Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Tuesday, January 7th. The heat map just switched over. Microsoft and Nvidia are both up. Google's flat, Amazon's a little flat, might be down a hair. Apple's down and Meta's down and Tesla's down. Everything else is kind of flat. So we'll see how things are going to be looking today. How about that RIME? That's up over like 60 something percent, well over 100% for us. And XTIA is a big popper right there. So let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers and then we'll hop in and see what else is going on. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice, so always do your due diligence. Here we go. Let's just get cruising right here. ADTX, let's see what that's up to this morning because that thing we've been looking at and it wants to get rolling soon. ADTX, let's see. Today, it is actually moving 20 to 21. It's back to 20. And yesterday, it was 21 to 23. So it's slowly trying to get up there and slowly trying to get out of that basement. But we've been keeping our eye on ADTX and AEMD. Let's see what that's doing here. That one's been curling up and looking good. AEMD, and it is curling up in the top, and it looks like it's going to run up some more today. So watch this for a little momentum play today. And it is 87 to 89. It's at 89. It's just been jumping up a little bit each day, going up. AGFY, good old Agrify. It's at 28.43. And let's see what it's doing here. Yesterday, it went 30.15 to 31.15, and it came down to 28 something. It's at 28.30, so more of a dip look. Maybe it's coming back to that 50 at 26. So we'll keep an eye on Agrify and ARBE. We looked at this last night, and it had jumped up yesterday. And let's see what it's doing now. It's at Robotic Company, and this morning, 472 to 517. It's at 441, so it doesn't look too bad right there. It did run up really nice yesterday. We'll see if it can stay in the top right there. ARBE and good old Blink charging BLNK. This one's cruising up a little bit. We thought it would be at this point. Damn it, I hit the wrong thing. Let me get back into the trend spider. Hold on. Here we go. And here we go with Blink. Let's look at that. Love when I hit the wrong buttons. 173 to 183 today. It looks like it's going, and it's at 171. So it went up, pulled back, and it's just sitting right there in that channel, but not looking bad for BLNK and CDT. Let's look at that Conduit Pharmaceuticals because this one is setting up. We were looking at it. CDT right here, and it went 11 to 14 this morning, and it's at 11. It came down to 8, but it is back at 11 where it opened, and that's CDT. Keep your eye on that one. CERO, this one was trying to set up as well the other day. It looks like it just pulled back right there. Let's see what it's doing here. It looks like it might have pulled back. It pulled back some yesterday, 6 to 4, and closed at 5. And today's at 5 to 4 and at 5 again. So maybe that's going to be that little dip and rip look, is what it looks like for CERO. So keep an eye on that. And CPHI, we looked at that a little while ago, and it did run up yesterday. That China Pharma Holdings, and I know a few of you got into this, and it did run yesterday from 24 to 49. This morning, 32 to 33. It's at 27, and it could bounce back up into the top. It hit that top line, looked like it wanted to get in there, and I still think it might today. So we'll have to see how the market is cruising today, and that'll probably dictate what else is going on. But yeah, I thought it would be more green this morning, to be completely honest with you. CRKN, let's look at this. We've been looking at it, and let's see if it's finally trying to get rolling. It was trying to yesterday, 13 to 15, and closed at 15. And this morning opened at 14 and went to 15. It's at 14. So CRKN just getting set up there, still trying to curl up out of that basement. And we're keeping an eye on that bad boy for sure. DATS, that's chat. That ran up right there, huh? DATS. That's looking good today. 259 to 314. It's at 256. So it's a little under where it opened, but still doesn't look bad to me. It looks like it wants to get into that top. Keep an eye on DATS. And DJT was looking pretty good. It is down 23 cents. They're about to hit the line. A lot of them are. So 36.16, it came down to 35.90. Nothing crazy, but it is sitting right there. And DATS, yeah, that one's looking good, I'd say. Um, It'll run with Trump. You got it. I don't even know what they do. What do they even do? DATS. What was it considered? A software application. So, um, laptop travel, so that will run with Trump. So I guess they're tied in the DJT somewhere or something. So there you go with that. And drug, DRUG. This one's about to get on some speed again, guys. So keep an eye on drug because it wants to run. I wish they had options on this, but they don't. What's it doing today? 39.40, and it's just sitting right there. But it is getting set up again and looking decent. Drug, DRUG, and DXYZ. That one's getting set up. It was just pulling back a little bit, so look for that bottom, and it has that nice support line right there at 58 something. So it's at 61.60. And good old Fubo, that one ran way up, and it's up again this morning. And Fubo had that deal with Disney or whatever, 639 to 658 today. And it's sitting at 529. What did it close yesterday? It's 616. So it ran up and pulled back, it looks like, but it is still up at the top and could get wild. It already has 24 million in volume, so it's pretty crazy already. GFAI, this one ran up yesterday, and let's see what it's doing this morning. It is just sitting right there, 284 to 294. Came down into the 260s. It's a 267 right now. GFAI, we'll have to see if this one is going to bounce and stay in the top. It very well could. HCWC, Healthy Choice Wellness. And this one's curled up and popped up today. HCWC. It ran up yesterday as well. It went 109 to 196 and closed at 190. And then today, 197 to 198. Came back down to 154 right now. And it is at 154. And it ran in that after hours, but not looking terrible, HCWC. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Good old HUT. This one's curling up and looking good as crypto's trying to move. MSAI. This one, Multi-Sensor AI Holdings. This one shot up right here. Holy cow. MSAI. It was running up yesterday, and in true Jolie's jumpers fashion, it went 294 to 537, and it's at 386 right now. So yeah, that's a nice little jumper this morning right there, MSAI. And let's look at POAI. We were looking at this. It ran up yesterday. We looked at it the other night. And this one did go 119 to 306 yesterday. It's 210 down to 179. It's at 186 right now. We'll see. It's still in the top. It could get bounced around again. We'll see how the market opens up here. And Rivian, let's see, that's up another 7 cents. And I think it could be trying to curl back up. So we'll keep an eye on Rivian right there. And let's look at that Sezzle. Wish we had options on this. It's at 276. It pulled back as it's curling up right there, but it still looks pretty good to me. And that bottom was at that 242, and you're at 276 right there. And that's SEZL and STRL, Sterling Infrastructure. And this one is curling up really nice, hitting the line. Maybe they're not going to cross through today, but they're getting ready to. So that's not moving yet today, but looks good from yesterday. SVMH, let's see what that's doing. That's up a penny right here and getting curled back up. Keep an eye on this. This one could be a nice runner again today. SVMH right here. It's 6 to 5. It's at 6. It's not looking bad. So keep your eye on that one for sure today. SYM, Symbotic. And this one looks pretty good. And this is probably one of them robotic companies, I'm sure. SYM. And it is today 27.50 down to 26.50. So it went down $1. And maybe it's just trading in that channel, but not looking bad. and VRAX. Let's see what VRAX is doing. This one was jumped up yesterday, hitting the top, and just a little healthy pullback right there. Nothing crazy, 289 to 297, and it's at 297. So it is looking pretty decent and looks like it wants to try to run back up there. And of course, XTIA ran like crazy. It's almost back at 16 cents this morning. That's where it was last night. Came down just a hair today. What did it run up to? 20. It ran up to 20 this morning for you guys, and it's at 16. So there you go. And that was over 200%er right there. Bam, all over it, and I know a lot of yous were in it. So there you go, and there's your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. Greatly appreciate that. And let's jump into our laptop lowdowns. GLMD, GLMD here. And let's see, that is a nice lowdown right there. It looks like it is pulling back. Let me see. Oh, yeah. That's a nice dip yesterday from 360. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, that is yesterday. What's it? Oh, wait, it is open today at 309. Yesterday, 360 to 298 and closed at 302. And right now it's at 309. So that was a nice dip yesterday. AFBI Affinity. This one's making a nice base down here, guys. So keep an eye on this. Let me see. AFBI. Yeah, just making that base, getting ready. It's not set up yet, but it will be AMBO. AMBO Education. This one is just bouncing around right here. Looks like it could be coming back a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it could be pulling back a hair. So it did run up recently on December 27th. So watch for that to pull back a little bit more, maybe to the MACD, and then we'll get curled back up. AMIX, Autonomix Medical. This one's down at the bottom and setting up really good. You might want to keep your eye on this bad boy, AMIX. Yesterday it went 347 down to 291, and today it's at 3 and it's at 301. It opened at $3 and it's at 301 right there. So there you go with that one. And let's see what else we're getting to look at right here. Let's see right here. Boom. Let me take a look. I was just seeing at the messages. APM. Let's take a quick look at that one right here. And this one is going down. So that's a nice one dipping down. We'll look for that to bottom out. And BJDX. Let's look at Blue Jay Diagnostics. We've looked at this Blue Jay run a few times. And let's see. It did run up recently. So it's got to be pulling back here. BJDX. And yeah, it ran up December 31st on New Year's Eve, and it is pulling back here 415 down to 373, and that was yesterday. So let's watch that Blue Jay pull back there, and CHEK. Let's see. This one's going to try to it could be trying to get set up again. Let's see. CHEK. It was running up there on January 2nd, and it's just a little bit of pullback. We'll see when it gets down to that 103. It's at 133 right now. So let it pull back a little bit more. INTJ. Let's see what that one's doing. INTJ. Intelligent Group. Oh, I had a dip on that. Let's see what this one did yesterday. Holy cow. That's a nice little dip right there yesterday. 115 down to 84, and it's at 91 right now. So look for that one right there. That's not looking real bad. And that's INTJ. INTZ, Intrusion. This one recently ran up, is just pulling back. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and see when it wants to get set back up, probably when it hits that MACD right there again. IVDA. Let's take a look at it. IVDA. Yeah, that's pulling back nice. It'll probably hit that MACD line, and we'll see if it gets caught up on it. It should. It should roll off. It looks like it's going to real soon, so we'll keep an eye on that one and see when that one wants to roll off. JYD coming down to that 20. That's a nice dip. Let's see what that did right there. Yesterday with 313 up to 319 and down to 241. It's at 260. So that's a nice little pullback dip right there. So we'll keep an eye and see if that wants to bounce right off of that MACD. And MFI, this one, MF International, was run up the other day. And January 3rd, it ran up. So let's see what it's up to right now. MFI. Here we go. Yeah, it ran up there on January 3rd, which was last Friday. And then yesterday, yesterday, 124 to 125, it pulled back. And this is MFI, it's at 91 cents. So, yeah, that one's just kind of pulling back there out of the top MFI. Let's take a look at MMV. Multiverse Holdings, and this one was just in the top for a little while and pulling back. So that's going to be a good pullback one right there. ORIS, Oriental Rise. This one could try to get set up, guys. We'll keep an eye on it. I know it ran up the other day. I remember it running up on last Thursday, January 2nd. And right now it's 2 to 201. It's at 193 right now. So we will keep an eye on that. That's ORIS, Oris. And let's see, QMMM. Let's see, it is pulling back right there, but not looking too bad. Let me see what this is up to right here. It is yesterday, 128 to 96. It's at 106. So it is pulling back, but I think it's going to try to set back up relatively soon. So I'll keep an eye on that one. RGF, real good food company. And this, wow, what a dip. Is that a split today? January 6th, that split yesterday. Keep an eye on this RGF. Huge dip right there on a split. So we will definitely keep a look on that one. RGF, real good food. SBFM, here we are. That's Sunshine Biopharma. Let's see if it's going to be bright anytime soon because it was running up a little bit, pulling back. Let's see, SBFM. And it did run up kind of January 3rd right there on Friday. Yesterday, 347, and then it came down to 295. It's at 298. And it's not looking terrible, actually. So I'll keep an eye on that. And SOND, Sonder Holdings. This one's getting set up. It was just kind of running around yesterday, it looks like. Let me see. And yeah, took a nice dip, 385 down to 298, and it closed at 339. So keep an eye on this one. It could be getting set up right here on that support line. So we'll take a look at SOND, and there you go with our laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Greatly appreciate that right there. And let's see what else is going on today real quick. We'll see what else you guys want to see. That rhymes up. Let's take a look at a couple for W right here. AEHL. Let's see. Antelope. Let's see what that's up to today. AEHL. And it looks like it's trying to move 21 to 24. It's at 24, looking hot right there. So keep an eye on that antelope. Remember, we said it was going to start running like an antelope, and now it looks like it's getting ready to. So keep your eye on that. ADTX, we did go over it. And again, it's curling up right here, guys. It's looking a little better than even when we looked at it a little couple minutes ago. DATS, we just looked at, and it's jumped up there looking nice. And let's look at that PGHL and see what that's up to right now. And that one was kind of pulling back. Let me see if it's doing anything this morning, PGHL. And it says that it is doing something, 137 to 140, and then it's at 137. So it ran up and came back to where it opened, and it's not looking too bad. So I will look at PGHL today, and there you go. W, greatly appreciate them. And QUBT for Tesserine. Okay, let's check out that one. And QUBT to Quantum Computing. It is pulled back a little bit, and like I was saying, I think some of these computer hardware and these quantum ones could pull back. 1776, it went up to 1805, and then it came down to 1740. It's at 1761 right now, and I think some of them are going to pull back a little bit. So just keep an eye on that for and see what's happening with that. And that's QUBT, and then QMCO is another one of them. And let's see what that's up to, Quantum Corp. And yeah, that's just has that pullback look. So let me see, QMCO. And it went 51.80 to up to 52.50, and it's at 52.22. I'll have to look at it. It is curling through, coming down, but trying to curl up. I mean, but I think it's going to pull back a little bit. So I'll take a look at these and see what they're up to today. I'll run through that list of them on RGTI and all them guys, and just see what they're up to and see if they want to go. RGTI is an interesting one. That one just keeps running up. It is curling up a little bit this morning, it looks like. But we'll take a look at them other ones. I don't have the list handy, so I'll grab it and look at it shortly. Here's a couple that are moving this morning. Let's take a look at what is NVIDIA doing right here, actually. I wanted to see. I think it was way up this morning, NVIDIA. Let's take a quick look at it. NVIDIA, what is it doing? Yeah, it's up over 2%. Apple's down 1%. Google, Meta, and Tesla are all down. Amazon's down a hair, and Microsoft is up. So we'll go through all them bad boys in a moment. But yeah, let's see. NVIDIA is way up there over $4. It shot up. So that's a beauty. I can't wait to see that guy. So we will take a look at that. That is NVIDIA. And let's look at a couple other ones. BHAT. Let's see that one. And we'll look at a few others. BHAT up a penny right here. And let's see, didn't it have like that offering or something yesterday? Didn't they do that? Yeah, that direct offering. That's exactly what they did. And let's see, 10 to 11, and it's at 10, and it does look pretty good to try to roll off that MACD. So B hat not looking bad. STX confidential. And let's take a look at, you just had that too, laptop travel, B hat Chris. Let's look at that, CRIS. That one's just kind of pulled back. Let me see what it's doing this morning. Not showing me anything there. It's in that channel pull back. I think it might pull back a hair more, so I'll look at that today. LTBR. Well, let me type it in right, and it might work. LTBR. There we go. That Lightbridge Corp. And that one is up 6 cents, possibly. LTBR. Let's see. Yesterday, it definitely ran up 705 to 725, but it closed at 631. And then this morning, it opened at 650, and it's at 641. That's an interesting one. It looks like it wants to start popping back up, just pulled back a little bit. Could be market conditions on that holding it back this morning. So I'll take a look at that light bridge, see what it wants to do. And let's see, LCID, good old Lucid's up a little bit. It did run up yesterday some more. And what is it going to do? It top out at 365. I'm not sure. It's at 336 right now. It opened at 340. So I'll look at Lucid. It has good support right here at about 325 area. It looks like it wants to crawl up and get into the top. And again, I think the market conditions are possibly holding it back this morning. Let's take a look at PayPal, and that is up 8 cents. And I'm telling you, this one looks really good, guys. So keep your eye on PayPal because they have something going on here, and it is looking bullish. So PayPal looking good, and Intel INTC, that's up 8 cents. And I'm telling you guys, this one's going to get ready to rock and roll as well. So keep an eye on Intel. Just find that bottom right there. What's it doing this morning? 1997 to 2002, and it's at 1995. So it's down 2 pennies, but again, it's just setting up really, really soon. So that is Intel. There you go. Thank you, Laptop Travel. Let me see what else you guys have. Let me take a look real quick. Let me just scroll down and see. I don't see anything else. Perfect. Let me see what else is going on with the big caps. ADBE. Let's see that one. Luis Rodriguez. That's down 210. Remember, we were watching this one out the bottom. Now, let's just see where this bottom is. Maybe it's probably, let me pull it up here. ADBE. It looked like it was down here the other day on that last Friday, January 3rd, at that 425.32. It's at 429.10. So we'll see if it tries to pull back anymore, but there you go. I think Adobe will get set up relatively soon right there. Let's go ahead, look at our SPY and all them bad boys. Like I said, Microsoft and NVIDIA are up. The other ones are a little down, and we'll see that right now. The SPY is up 39 cents, and it's curling up to come hit that line Maybe it doesn't cross through. Honestly, maybe it can pull back down to that 593 and stay in that channel, but it's going to get set up really bullish in the next couple days. So you can definitely see that happening there. And let's look, Apple was down a little bit. And let's see what it's doing this morning. It is down 276 and it is pulling back there. So Apple not looking so hot at the moment. We'll have to see when Apple gets turned back around and starts to look a little riper right there. So let's take a look at the rest of them. Good old Amazon AMZN. Let's see. It's down 19 cents, sitting on the 20, just flat as it's trying to hit that line. Nothing bad. Google, let's see, GOOG, and that's down 36 cents. And again, flat as it's curling up to hit that line. Nothing bad right there. And Meta, META, that's down $4 right there. And it's crossed through and still not looking bad. It did run up like 20 something yesterday. And with that Dana White adding to the board kind of news. And it is at 625.80 at the moment for Meta. And like I said, down $4, but not looking too bad right there. And Microsoft was up. It's up $1.29. And this thing wants to curl up and get good. So Microsoft looking nice. And Nvidia is up 363. It was up a little bit more. It's over that support line right there. It just made that resistance at support. So Nvidia could be popping today. It looks like it wants to, and I'm excited because I'm loaded up on it, and that's looking great. And that let's take a look at Tesla right here. TSLA down $7, and I thought it was going to pull back a little bit more. So just take an eye. Keep an eye on it to pull back. We'll see. I still think its bottom is probably down here at that 373, but maybe it tries to get back down there or dip lower. So we'll keep an eye on Tesla. Obviously, we'll see what that wants to do. AMC this morning is up a penny, and they are getting set up right there. GameStop's down 17 cents, and CHWY is down 61 cents, but really getting set up right there. Let's just take a look at the semiconductors. AVGO down 75 cents, and that one might be pulling back. It was trying to get set up last night. We'll see how this market opens up. We've seen it go green to red and red to green, so it is pulled back a little bit, but making a base for AVGO. MU was way up yesterday. It's back up to 103.23, so looking good right there. We did like that one, MU. And TSM, let's see, that was breaking its all-time highs yesterday. It's just down a penny, still looking good right there, flat, trying to do something. So that one might go back up. And SMCI, that was moving. It's up a penny and still looks good right there, just flat. AMD, that's up 80 cents, still looks good. We loved it, and it's going up. I love to see that one. And how about that Qualcomm QCOM up 94 cents, looking good, and that one should be popping off. And how about ARM up 35 cents and not looking bad either. And INTC, that's up 5 cents. And I'm telling you, this thing is getting set up right there. So keep an eye on it. What's MicroStrategy up to? Actually, it's down a little bit, 1027. So let's see. It's hitting that line right there. It'll probably, even if it doesn't bounce up today, it'll be up probably in the next few days. So I can see that one getting rolling. We'll take a look at our crypto and see what it's doing real quick. But yeah, it's not looking terrible, even with that pullback. The 20's way under it, and the 20 and 50 are meeting, and it's going to be pretty good right there. And let's see, LAZR, we were looking at it last night. It was looking good. It's up a little bit, up 61 cents. So that LAZR definitely lasered up there. So that's looking good, 8.99 to 9.76. It's at 9.04. And there you go with that one. Let's see what else is happening right here. Let me take a look at crypto real quick and see what we're missing with that or what's happening with that. Let's see. Bitcoin was back to 100,000. It's at 100,635. And let me just see that set up real quick. Here we go, and it's still over the 50 right there. Just a little healthy pullback, nothing crazy right there at 100,000. Ethereum's at 3,626. And that one is, let me take a look at it. And that one's over to 50 still, just making a base up there. That one's going to get set up to keep going up. So Ethereum's still looking solid right there. Ripple's at 241. And let's take a look at Ripple. And Ripple's just making a base while that 50's coming up to hit it up. So that one's doing good. Solana's at 212. Did pull back a little tiny bit there. And like I said, that one's making a base. That 50's right there, touching the top of the price right now. So it should be getting set up. I doubt it's going to push it down very hard at this moment. So that should be fine. Solana and get set up. Cardano's up to 113. It's up a little bit this morning and looking really good. So Cardano looks good. Doge is at 38. And let's see, it was setting right up. Yeah, Doge is just setting right up there. That 50 is about to set it off. It looks like it's sitting right on top of it. So keep an eye on Doge. Chainlink's at 23. Sheeb's down a little bit. Let's look at Bonk. That one's been pulling back on us. And let's see what it wants to do at the moment right here. BONK. And it is. It's just making a base. I don't think it's going to pull back much more. 50 is curling down right there, but not looking terrible. WIF, let's see what that's doing. It's at 202. And let's see. And that one's just kind of pulling back a little bit. So there you go at your crypto report. Nothing crazy, maybe a little healthy pullback. They've been running up there. So we'll keep an eye on that crypto. And yeah, the market's just mostly flat. And Microsoft and Nvidia are up. Apple and Meta and Tesla are all down. And Google's down a hair. Amazon's literally flat at 0% right now. So that's not doing anything. And let's see what else is happening here on our scanners and everything else. So let me take a look and see what's rolling. XTIA is at 13 cents. RIME, like I said, that one ran way up there this morning. So that's a good popper right there. That went 19 to 33. It's at 23 right now. And let's see, XTIA. That one went 16 to 24, and it's at 23 right now. So XTIA keeps on cruising, huh? It's way up there at the moment. And bam, there you go. I mean, what a smasher that was. Watch that SVMH. That's about to run up there. We looked at MSAI. Fubu, we know. Easy Go. This one looks like it might be trying to get set up. EZGO. I'll take a look at that and see. It's just pulled back to that bottom line, and I'll look at it. Looks like it could be. That B hat's not looking bad after that direct offering. ARBE looks like it could try to run up there a little bit more. And AEON, this one's going to be one to take a look at. IMRX is running up right there. CERO setting up, CRKN setting up, CNSP, that one might be pulling back. Let me take a look at it right here. Actually, CNSP might be right in that channel trying to get set back up. So we may take a look at CNSP. It looks like it is. It ran up yesterday to that 25, and now it's just pulling back into that channel. Maybe it'll get set back up again. We'll take a look at it. MDIA's pulled back. DATS is up right there. How about that plug? That's just down a 3 cents, not bad. OPTT's down a little bit. And here we go. Let me see what's going on the volume side on here. And let me take a look. MSAI, Easy Go, MDAI. GETY is way up there. As a matter of fact, that HCWC is trying to move up. We had looked at that one. It was not real new. It started in October. I remember that guy. Rhyme is up over 100%. For us anyway, it's up over 70%. It's at 24 cents right now. And let's see, XTIA is way up there. That's over 150%. Fubo and the rest of them. And ADGM's not looking too bad right here. Let's see that one. And that one's kind of flat as it's setting up. Keep your eye on ADGM. That one looks like it wants to get moving right there. And there you go. I would say we covered everything. Our Joey's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns, our crypto, our SPY, and our big caps and everything else that looks like it wants to pop right there. Let me make sure I caught everything. XTIA and SVMH going to cook. There you go. W, I would say so as well. SVMH definitely setting up right there. Looking good. And XTIA I'd say is cooking, so we knew that. And UNH, let's see what United Health Health Group's doing right here, Luis Rodriguez. It did bottom out probably when that guy, right around that time when all that stuff was happening December 17th at that 475. It's at 513 and it's getting set up. They have some earnings coming up on January 16th, but not looking bad right here for UNH. Probably one to keep an eye on for options right there. So we'll keep an eye on that bad boy, UNH. I like it. And, yeah, XTIA, beautiful runner, UNH, laser we looked at, so I think we got everything. Let me see what's going on the stock twit side real quick, see what's happening over here. I know laser LAZR is trending. Fubo, NVAX, remember we were looking at it last night, Jennifer Lee, she gives out perfect ones, I'm telling you, when she sets them up, they're going to be running right there. NVAX up 17 cents. What it do this morning? It looks like it ran a little bit more, possibly. 1006 to 1088 down to 997. I told you it was going to run. It had that look. She knows what she's looking at when it comes to them runners in the morning. She definitely has a good eye for them. So keep an eye on that. I don't know if it's going to run more. NVDA AUR is up today. That one's up 258 right there and trying to cruise. So keep an eye on that. BCRX. Let's see. BioCris. That one looks really good. Keep your eye on that one. Meta's down. Doge is up. And Doge is going to get cruising ENVX, is it? Yeah, ENVX. And that one's up a little bit. We were looking at that, and that's popped up there. So there you go with that one, LAZR, and a couple coins right there. And yeah, XTIA is at 20 cents. Rhymes at 23. CDT's up. SVMH, and so many other ones. CERO. There you go. I mean, just a ton of them. IXHL, that one's not looking too bad. Let me see. IXHL, we were looking at it. Just a little pullback. That one's going to get set back up, I bet. And there you go. Let's look at TRNR and see what it looks like there, Barbara. Just flat right now, but looks really good. I'll tell you that. This thing wants to get cruising too. So keep an eye on that. It's just a little flat. 311 is what it says. Good band right there. So it's getting ready to do a little move, I would say. So I don't think it's going down. I'd say it's going up. And yesterday, 311 to 327, and it closed at 320, and then it came down to 311. But it still looks pretty good right there, I must say. So we'll keep an eye on that TRNR because I think it is getting set up. And there you go. And IMRX, what's that doing? Isn't that popped up there? Yeah, that one's popped up pretty nice right there, up over $1. So IMRX looking good, and 236 to 373, and that's where it's at, and it wants to run up. So keep your eye on that bad boy. And there you go, everybody. I'd say that's a good pre-market for Tuesday. I'd say we're looking all right. I mean, it could be a lot greener. Nvidia's way up there, and Microsoft is moving. The rest of the market, the rest of the big caps, Mag 7 are a little down, and the rest of the market's just a little flatter, greenish, so it's not looking terrible right there. And we obviously have some poppers with XTIA and RIME, so there's plenty of popping, and we catch them all. So I'll be letting you know what looks good next and what should be popping. So there you go, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out for this pre-market. Laptop Travel and Asian Jolie, thank you for your list, and Profit Logics, thanks for hanging out. WMSSTX Confidential, Luis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Barbara, CFS, Bonpre Chan, Sherry, Eric, Sinai, Buddy, Paul's on here, Gary, Andrew, Ronnie, Tesserine, Dark Horse, and Spacer. What is that? Spacer, that's cool. How are you this morning? Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. As always, let me know what you guys are looking at. Hopefully the market changes and turns around a little bit better today and gets popping again. You know it can. They go red to green and green to red quite often anymore. So it could easily do it. It's not looking terrible. So we will keep an eye on it, see what it wants to do. And there you go, everybody. Have a great day and trade smart, lock in those profits. So goodbye, good luck. I'll see you later, and have a great day, everybody.